Does she want a sword?
Adrian's shade needs a weapon to conquer Mordred. But I'm afraid that an ordinary blade isn't going to do the job. Mordred's already dead. And you can't pass a weapon through the mirror just like that. Wait, Adrian, what was that just now in Mordred's book about his sword?
It says, strange is the black stain on the blade, since its contact with the other side, the black is spreading inexorably. And here, it appears that I have created a shade for it. That could mean that I could use it on the other side.
That's it. We need Mordred's sword.
Can't be all that difficult. Find a sword with a black stain.
Alright. Do we go back to his coffin?
Mordred's remains. According to Mordred, he used the bones of the dead to bring their shades into this world and then keep them here. So, we could lure Mordred's shade out of Adrian by using his bones. Just like he once did with that king.
Okay.
Adrian, we need Mordred's bones for the ritual. Can you do that?
Yeah? In one piece?
Just remember how they all go together, and then lay them on the altar in the same layout.
Oh god.
But not yet. Being close to his bones could strengthen his presence inside you. Just let me think my plan through first.
As you like.
Okay, so we come and get these later?
Mordred's remains. According so Adrian, but
okay.
just
As you like.
Okay, well, what's left here? The alchemy table?
I could give Adrian something to really slow his heartbeat down. Like a poison.
Oh god.
Then, that would have to free Mordred's soul from Adrian's body. But then, Adrian's soul would be freed as well. And he'd die. It could be possible to resuscitate him with adrenaline. I will only have to give him a small shot into a vein soon after. At that time, Mordred wasn't in a position to do that. Nobody knew about adrenaline back then. Today, it's possible.
This sounds
It's
dubious.
dangerous for sure, but it's the only possibility I can see right now. I'd better not say anything about it to people
Yeah.
for now.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know how we're going to do this.
I can't wait.
Right. The Black Mirror seems to be a portal into another world. A kind of shade world. If a human dies anywhere near the portal, then a shade is born on the other side of the mirror. At the same time, there are two possibilities for that person's soul. If they were of pure heart, their soul shade remains behind the Black Mirror, and their soul...
Flies shade free up to heaven?
It's free, yes, but if that person was evil, then their soul is sucked from their shade into the mirror.
And then?
It's trapped. The souls in the mirror are slaves to the shades. They can become their instruments to be exploited.
Oh, that means that the shades are only evil if their soul was too.
Marcus was supposed to have battled his way through an army of shades before he killed his brother. Mordred has found out how to bring shades through the portal.
Okay.
Okay, but Mordred's shade is already out. You can see that clearly from my reflection.
Correct. Therefore, his soul is more or less defenseless and alone behind the mirror, and is just waiting until it can come through.
And that might happen if I touch the mirror. Is that it?
We don't want to find out. Therefore, we can bind Mordred's shade to his mortal remains. Doing that stops the shade from getting in our way, at least. And then your shade, Adrian, can take over Mordred's soul. Or even better, destroy it.
My shade? I thought a shade only comes into being when somebody dies.
Yeah.
You do have to die.
Ah!
Okay. And why didn't you let me jump from the roof then? That would have been more comfortable.
Then you would be irretrievably dead. Adrian, I will resuscitate you. If your body shuts down for a few minutes, your soul will... How can I say this? Be free.
He'll also be brain
There are plenty
dead.
of near-death experience reports, which confirm this. A soul shade will generate simultaneously on the other side of the mirror.
Won't that cause some kind of
Yeah.
brain damage?
Don't worry, Adrian. The human brain can get by for a few minutes without a heartbeat. Your soul will return to your body just as soon as you have a heartbeat again. It's not the first time I've come across this. Near-death experiences are usually what has happened when people believe that God has spoken to them.
Okay, and then? Is my soul shade supposed to strangle Mordred?
No. We know that Mordred has made the sword usable on the other side. To put it better, the soul-like mirror reflection. You'll take it to the other side and be able to kill Mordred's soul with it. Shades are stronger there than they are here.
Have I got this right? Souls are strong here, and the soul shades are weak?
Exactly, and the other way around too. Which means that Mordred's soul is very weak on the other side.
Well, that sounds like there's some absurd logic to it. And what's the story with Mordred's shade then?
We'll keep it outside the mirror using the bones, so that it can't cross over to defend his soul. After that, the same thing ought to happen to the shade that happens to a soul when the body dies.
It'll go back into the mirror.
But there would still be a problem.
Yeah?
You need Mordred's sword, and apart from the broken tip. I don't know where that is.
In the book, there was something about a blackness that came out from the sword, spreading itself even further.
Of course. That's why Greg and Steve had problems with that. The tea room, the fungus. There was a constant problem there with the damage, apparently, coming from the extinguishing water after the fire.
Then the sword has to be there. I'll go and get
Stop. You're not going to lay a hand on any kind of sword, and especially not one of Mordred's. I'll get it. I need to get the book from the library anyway. One about poisons. These down here are somewhat out of date.
How is she gonna get out of
it.
here?
And what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
Don't touch
You
the
could
swords.
lay out Mordred's skeleton on the altar. See you soon.
How is she gonna climb back out? How did she seriously just shimmy up that chain? I'm impressed. And I always knew there was something with this frickin' stain.
With a little imagination, you can see the fungus mark is in the shape of a sword. That has to be the right place. The wall's only being held together by wallpaper. The rest of it is totally rotten.
Okay. You want to use your dagger to get it out? Magic.
One sword with a broken tip. Mordred's sword.
Just hidden in the wall forever. Alright, and then she wanted something from the library?
I still need the book about poisons from the library. After that...
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click. What did she say?
I still need the book about poisons from the library. After that, I'll go back to Adrian. Hopefully he was able to put Mordred's skeleton back together.
Okay, so I guess we don't care. She doesn't need our help with that. Okay, we'll go get the skeleton.
I can never remember the arrangement of the bones. I hardly ever paid attention in biology.
Can you take a picture? Go away. Or don't.
There are just too few pictures of you, Mordred.
Alright, great. And now will you take them
I'll
out?
just take the big bones. All the bones from the hands and feet have already turned to dust. I hope that's not gonna upset Mordred's soul shade.
Well, Somehow I have a feeling it's going to be pretty upset by the end of this anyway. Okay, great. We're carrying a skeleton in our pocket now. I don't know. Is that the weirdest thing he's had? Probably. So let's go arrange this thing. So we've got picture. Do we just... Okay, put that.
I'll put the bones down first, so it's easier to sort them.
Okay, and now use this.
Right, so let's see how good my anatomical knowledge is.
Okay, do I have to like rotate them and stuff or just arrange them? Okay, so that's where the head goes. And then, oh, this is so hard to see. Let me see. Okay. Looks like... Okay, the whole spine is just attached. I guess we put it like that. And then... So these are pelvic bones. Which we'll put them there and there for now. They look like they're in... Okay, so I can rotate stuff. Shoot, that makes it worse. Okie doke. So... Which shoulder blade is which? Is that gonna be... That looks like it's gonna be the left or this one. So we can put that there. And then this goes here. Is that the right spot? I think that's right. Oh man. Okay. Which ribs go on which side? Does it matter? That doesn't look right. Why are they so much higher than the other ones? I guess that's right, because it looks like there's a bone going right there. Okay. Now we gotta work on the pelvis. No, I don't want you to solve it for me. I barely started. Okay. Let's see what this one can look like. Looks like it's gonna go here. And this one... Oops, too far. God damn it again. There we go. Gonna go there. Okay, the femur's pretty easy, but which side is which? Then I guess this will be this side? Ooh, that doesn't look right. Is this one that side then? That looks... Wait, no, that's the wrong way. Because that's the hip joint. Okay, that looks better. Okay, that looks okay. And then... which way does this go? It goes with... This is... There'd be the kneecap. Then it goes on the outside? Yeah. Okay. I hope that's right. Now we need the arms. Oh man, I can barely see this one. Okay, that looks like the elbow joint, which will go here. And then these guys... hold on, which way do they go? I think... Is it like that? I think so. Let's try that there, and then this one here. Yeah! We did it! Woohoo!
Yep, that looks right.
I've got the sword. Have you done it?
Did you make the poison? Mordred skeleton.
Mordred skeleton's lying ready on the altar.
Good. Are the bones lying like they were before?
Head at the top, legs at the bottom. I reckon so.
Okay. Can start. Oh boy. Ugh. I feel like, well, it's probably gonna give me a... Wait, let me read what he wrote. I'm curious what he wrote. Let's see. Valentina's explanation. I have to make a note of everything Valentina has said, or else he'll never be able to piece it all together again. So here goes. The things we see in the black mirror are the reflections of our souls, the things known as soul shades. Should a person die somewhere close to the portal, there are then two possible outcomes for their soul. If they were pure of heart, their soul shade will remain behind the black mirror, but the soul is free. If the person was evil, however, their soul is then sucked into the mirror and will stay there trapped for all time. The souls in the mirror are the slaves of their shades and can be exploited. It is said that before Marcus killed his brother, he had to battle his way through an army of shades. Apparently Mordred had learned how to bring shades through the portal. To this day, they wander through the catacombs and perhaps also through the woods. It's quite possible that it has been the shades that over the centuries people have seen as ghosts and characters from fables. Oh, so is like Maria's ghost a shade? Maybe. Mordred's soul shade is in me. His soul was sucked into the mirror back at the time of his death, and now without its shade is totally defenseless. Mordred's plan was to perform a soul transfer ritual so that his soul could take possession of my body. We have to stop that happening. I have to destroy Mordred's soul in the black mirror with my own soul shade. This blackness that Mordred wrote about, that spreads everywhere. It comes from the sword after he'd somehow managed to bring it to life and then sacrifice it to the mirror. Oh, is that what the homunculus stuff was about for the sword? That's weird. According to Valentina, my shade can take this version of the sword in the shade world and use it to overcome Mordred's weakened soul. The tip of the sword broke off when Mordred killed his wife, so it still has to be stuck in Maria's chest. We can keep Mordred's shade outside the mirror by having his bones laid out on the altar. That stops him being able to defend his soul. Okay. I'm glad that makes sense to somebody, and I'm glad that Valentina is here to explain all of this, because I would have literally never figured this out.